Good afternoon, Brian with Grand Roofing. We got some skylights off my shoulder here, and I got a call last week about removing them, putting a piece of decking down, and shingling it back. I told the guy I really don't just like quoting something without seeing it, and I'll explain why here in a minute. You want to make sure the repairability of it. What he's got going on is apparently he's got some leaking with the skylights. They're old, they've been nothing but trouble for him, and he wants them gone. But as I said, I like to actually look at this. By the way, it's a little pitchy, and apparently he couldn't get anyone to work on it because it's too steep, even though there's a flat walkable section right down below it. So why I want to make sure it's repairable. You don't want to get into something like this just quoting it, shooting from the hip, and then next thing you know, they tear trying to get them out, and you're one of those guys that just goopity goos them all back together and they look like crap. You want to visually see them if they pull apart, split apart, and it's repairable. You never want to just flat bar something apart, tear it, and then leave it like I just said. Or you tear that one out trying to replace it, and you tear the one above it. It's a never-ending, it's just a disaster. So unless you're doing the entire job or an entire facet, you want to make sure that's split apart. On the way, and give it a thumbs up. Let's switch the camera around and see what we can see the repairability of this, in my opinion, why it's not repairable, why I'm going to tell him it needs replaced. It's an end of life. Let's switch the camera around and see what we can see. Okay. Try to do this without sweat shutting my phone camera off. I happened to notice this a minute ago too, by the way. We'll just point that out real quick. You've got a decking nail just sticking up right here. It caused a clean hole right through. Not good. It's gonna leak through unless you plug it, and then it's a-okay. Long life lasting. Yeah, it's kidding. It's not. That's bad shape. Gotta get this fixed. But what it does reveal to me is there's an edge of a sheet right here, and there's a little bit of a hump right here, which is conducive of 4 foot up, so it tells me it's a sheet of something, not one by boards. So that's just kind of good to know, at least on this section. Just looking over this, we're gonna get an idea of the condition of the shingle and the life expectancy. There is a lot of granule loss on this. You have, I'd say, 60% of the granules in various areas completely missing. You got fiberglass showing down the edges really good. Heavy granule loss, probably brittle. I mean, you can see where the granules are popping off. You've got a lot of asphalt showing and missing. Look up over here, you got little blistering going on. This is kind of the area we're gonna be working at if we do. Heavy granule loss all over the place. Not repairable in my opinion. So yeah. You're gonna get a lot of people, Brian, back up, file a claim. Look at that, that's hail damage. No, that's just blistering. This is an end of life. I'm gonna get it in the comments, I know. I get way too many people. You get the guys out there just slinging shit at the wall and say, hey, maybe it'll stick, we'll get insurance to buy it. It's a wore out roof. I'm not gonna try to turn this or advise this guy to turn into insurance. It's bad. Point of the video, repairability. It's old, it's shot. Let's see what we can see with the skylights. And I just saw something else. Look at this. I was going to show you the starter, lack of, but I happen to see that little hole right here in the flashing. The apron or the drip edge is not even covering the flashing to the bottom. So you could possibly have some bad wood down in this area. That's not good. Oh, got a nice area of soft wood right here off to the side. If you look at this, it's dipping down pretty good. Convex, concave, convex, I can't remember. It doesn't even matter. Whatever it is, it depends on your position of it, what it is, but it's sunk in. It's got rotten wood, and why? Judging by the copious amounts of caulking and tar, it's had some issues for a while. Yeah, we got brown caulking, we got white caulking, we got tar, we got older tar. That would be the newer tar. Why though, if it was installed right? Let's just look at the bottom. That's not really good. All right, so the flashing, as I suspected, the little white piece up in there, it should be on top of a row of shingles or headlap, and it's not. So over the years, I don't know if these are original or replaced when this roof layer was put on, but when this roof layer was put on, it was not tucked under the skylight flashing flange. And over the years, water getting in around it has been running right off the bottom of the flange, here, and anywhere under this bottom edge, getting on top of the roof deck, then causing it to rot out. Not good. Nevertheless, the keyways are kind of pitiful. Looking at this side here, you got some more soft wood. That's actually really soft. Another keyway, which is really close, which is a continuation pattern over. And of course, it is under. You can see the flashing right there off the tip of my finger, and it's not on top of a row of shingles. Now you got a dipping dip here to this. You got water running down, and it's actually getting real bad. Rusted the nails completely. Who said nails don't rust? Who said galvanized nails don't rust? They do. You got a hole in there right now. That's a channel just asking for water to come in. It's rotting all the way down. So I did notice this right when I set my ladder up down below. It's not right there. It's actually this bottom edge too. You can see there is no starter row. No starter row in there, and you got rotten decking now, completely missing. It's not just there, it is everywhere a shingle comes together. Right here. So if you're a do-it-yourself or starter row, you got to offset your bottom. Look into it. Yeah, my opinion of this, it can't be repaired. Skylights are bad, but you can't just remove skylights and replace them. Can't remove them and deck over. Bigger issue is it's just an old roof. I don't know, what do you guys say? Comment below. Shall he turn in a hail claim? That looks like 4 strikes. What do you think? 4 strikes of hail? Wow. All right, let's do a quick walk over this. I don't know, what do you think? File a claim, see if it sticks? I'm not that guy, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, I got sweat dripping down. I actually shut my video off a minute ago. This is take 2 because my phone shut off. Let's do a quick walk up over this, see what condition the rest of the roof is in. Because honestly, at this point, I'm going to note the pitch of these, the sections, how many facets, how many pipes, boots, things like that. Get a reference, measure it, be able to contact him, let him know it's not repairable, it's the end of life. Oh, not repairable. There's going to be guys out there, Brian, it's repairable. You just throw some stuff up there and you charge for it. Tuba caulking, $13.50. I mean, I get it. Let's go see what we can see up here. I'm going to document what I need to. Like this right here. Let me switch the camera around. This blows me away. This had to have been a do-it-yourselfer. Keyway, keyway, keyway. Is that not crazy or what? 1, 2, and 3. It's the trifecta. It's the Grand Slam. Not good. It's the Grand Slam of best roofs ever. You don't want that. For those that follow that don't realize some of the reference in the shorts and the videos and things, when you have shingles stack up like that, it doesn't stop water from coming in between the gap above to the shingle below it. So you have to offset those. Trifectas like that are not good. You don't want it. We're going to do a really quick walk over this here too, just so I have a video so I can maybe send it to the owner, let him know the condition of the roof, how bad this is. I see a pretty bad spot right here. It looks like it needs some attention. And I don't know if I said, if you could give it a thumbs up on the way in here. Look at this stuff. Huh, it just looks bad. The reason I say huh to this, because I read another comment this morning where somebody said, oh, you can have a little tab like that. It only matters if it's 3 tab that you can't do that. No, it's a problem. Aside of looking bad, you can't just stack shingles like that, 3 tab or not. I don't care if it's slate, cedar, shake, or anything. You can't stack seams like that because water goes right in. All right, let's see what we can see right here. That looks like an invitation for water to come in. Let's explore that. Yeah, that's not good. We, I'd say, do have some legitimate wind damage here, but I don't know. For all you that just want to send it to insurance, insurance has its place. This roof, look at this. Another keyway right there. Can you see that? Boom, boom. Okay, where was I? Insurance. It has its place. I get way too many people that say, I'm proud because I could have got insurance to buy that. Well, I'm glad. You're basically as crooked as the other guys out there. You selling snake oil too? You're not making me mad. I can't believe the way the world's come today. That's just crazy. Yeah, and it's not just that one has a keyway. It's the entire top rail. All right, let's look at this. And I thought I saw decking. I don't even see paper. There's no tar paper. There's no synthetic. There's nothing. And we're going to have to address this. There isn't even any structural anything under that right there. All right, so right now this is in bad shape because any water that hits from here up on any rain, the heavier the rain, the worse, is going to channel right in under here like a funnel, sucking it inside. The guy that called me for this property here, he is actually a friend of somebody I have done work for, actually, as I saw a minute ago, that wood burning stove flue pipe. I did one for a guy, and this is a friend of his. I'm not going to leave this like this. I'm going to just try to tuck it under, take this and fold it up under there. I'm sure I've got something in my truck. Actually, I think I got synthetic paper in the truck. Do something, but I'm not going to leave this guy that high and dry, and I'm not going to bill for it either. I'm just going to let him know, dude, your roof is in pretty bad shape. Time to get it replaced. Let's see what else we can see real quick, rather quickly. Looks like there's a, I don't know if it's an addition or replaced or what. Obviously done at a later time and much newer. And no, I'm not going to recommend keeping that little bit and replacing the rest of the roof. It's not worth it. You're talking 2.5 square, 2 square maybe. Just, we're gonna offer to redo the whole thing. Let's look at some other areas, because this here caught my eye too. Make sure I don't fall through anything. This is a good indication that whoever shot this is nailing high, because there's only a seal strip here, and then typically under these tabs there are 1, 2, sometimes 3. In this case you got a big one across top and 2 strips here that stick this to it. There is an area about that big. Various shingles have bigger ones, but that is the common bond, and when you install your shingle nails, they need to be right to not just hold the dragon tooth side, but the shim or the laminate underneath by hitting that part. That's a good indication of high nail placement. I don't know what's going on here. Decking looks rotten. You got nails popping up here. I don't know if there's a bracket. That's some sort of like flexible rubbery substance, but it's rotten. There's a big section of rotten wood right there. I wouldn't say big section, but a hole of rotten wood. Another one here. Probably was a bracket at some point that went bad. Speaking of, if you do, you don't want to just caulk this. You actually want to caulk the whole top side, and that's loose, peeling away. You want to make sure there's nothing going to get in your brackets. Honestly, if you're going to install the brackets, sometimes it's probably a good idea to have spun this and then tucked it up under a shingle row so the majority of it flows off. Let's look at some over here. Usually flashing in walls are issues. We have some nifty little flashing work right here. Actually, that's a J channel. Okay, I thought that was possibly just a bad invitation of water coming in, but it's not. It's a J channel. And it goes up maybe behind it like a Z-bend, I don't know. I don't see any flashing behind it. That's not good. Yeah. Alright. Starter row over here. No starter row. Twelve and a half minutes. Got to wrap up. This video's going long. I need to do something to address this right here. Oh, guys. I'm not trying to nitpick. This is just what I do. This is what I do every day. 5 days a week at least, is just inspect, measure, and write estimates in between getting the guys going. I can't do that much on the job. I apologize. This is my job. This is what I do. I do inspections. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Is it repairable? If so, name a price. What would you charge? Or if you're like me, the minority, the good, truthful speaking that sees all sides, the roof is old. It's out of date. By the way, insurance, some people don't pay attention. I don't do a lot of video on that, and there are some guys out there, but a lot of it depends on, one, is it really legitimate storm damage? And two, their policy dictates a lot. Some of them have a ridiculous deductible. Some of them don't actually have the replacement cost. They have actual cash value. In that case, this would be depreciated out pretty bad. So I just want to point that out too. Out of breath. I got a hill to climb. Give it a thumbs up. Until next time, be safe, and we'll see you on the next video.